Hey Virgo, it's Lavender here. I am here to do your snake petal healing June 2023 tarot reading for the sign of Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Stellium, any prominent Virgo placements, and wherever Virgo falls within your chart, that house could be affected. Keep in mind that this might not always resonate, and that's okay. If you are locked in, then what's up? Let's get into it. I typically have a channeled song and channeled message that I do, and then we go into the tarot reading, and that will be time stamped in the description. When you're here, the only thing I ask of you is to please like the video because that will help my algorithm and it will help me connect to you even better next time. So I just have this feeling I get when I'm touching my hair. So the song I got for you guys is so random, but it's the Boot Scootin' Boogie by Brooks and Dunn. Don't ask, I don't really know. Apparently the song is just about a guy that likes to go to his local bar after a hard week of work and just unwind. It's all about line dancing. And in Urban Dictionary, apparently boot scootin' boogie is when you want to do something but it's bad and there are people around that you don't want to know. So you say, let's do the boot scootin' boogie to get out of there or to let your friend know what you want to do. So I don't know. But that's your song for the month. For my channeled message, I saw the number 2, which was very clear in green. So the number 2 deals with union, decisions, balance, duality, sharing, compromise, and negotiation. And the color green represents the heart chakra. So possibly you could be, I get my book here. Possibly you could be having some struggles within the heart chakra or within, I think that also deals with heart, the lungs, and stuff like that. But what's on here? Center of the chest, of course, and the sternum. It's the circulatory, lymphatic, and immune systems, as well as the thymus. If you're having issues with passion, tenderness, your inner child, or rejection, this is an indicator that your heart chakra may be out of balance. The inner teaching is developing unconditional love and compassion for yourself and others. Balancing aromatherapy is rose, lemon balm, and neroli. And if you would like to balance that chakra as well, you can drink a mix of lemon balm tea, hawthorn, rose petals and hips, and raspberry leaf. Cobra position in yoga is also very good for balancing the heart chakra. And there was something else I was going to say about that. Crap, it's gone. Squirrel brain, my bad. Okay, so we talked about that. Next up, the second card in the tarot is the High Priestess, and the High Priestess deals with intuition, inner knowing, feminine sides of life, as well as it's more so the secret hidden aspects of the, I want to say underworld, but what I really mean is things beyond the veil. And that's why secrets are sometimes represented by the High Priestess, because it deals with essentially the things unseen and kind of like the inner workings of the natural law of things. So next up was the jellyfish. The jellyfish symbolism deals with beauty, wake-up calls, regeneration, being in the flow, intuition, and immortality. Focusing on your genuine self, being able to call out and notice things that have been distracting you from your soul's mission. Expressing yourself when maybe you wouldn't otherwise. Talking about how conflict may be disliked, but sometimes you can't bury things without severe consequences. So keep that in mind in the month of June. I also saw a plug, which is kind of funny and random because obviously we know that a plug is someone who sells drugs, right? So that could be, I don't know what that's about. Like whoever my readers are, good on you. Get it how you fit in, you know? But like also someone who has the ability to get or supply hard to find items. So the definition of a plug is to stop or make something tight or secure, and also to shoot apparently. So I don't know about that, but I think in my vision I saw a 2-prong, if I can recall, and it has to do with it's not so safe anymore, but it has to do with having a neutral wire and a hot wire. And in that sense, it makes me think of someone having two sides to them and trying to maybe manage the side of them that is more of like the hot wire, if that makes sense. And then I also got the anteater. So the anteater deals with solitude. They also have the longest tongues, so but just throwing that little fact in there. Calls on you when you need a quick place to internalize ideas and information. A very powerful ally when grieving a friend, acquaintance, or other endings in your life. Symbolizes nosing around, finding hidden information. Encourages you to dig deeper in something. So if there's something that you're unsure about, this is definitely encouraging you to dig deeper and find more information about whatever that may be. Yeah, so then I saw the hammer and sickle, kind of like the Soviet symbol on the flag there. And that led me to think possibly someone could be doing some rebranding, changing their aesthetic, maybe developing a logo, or even coming together with others of different backgrounds and maybe like forming something for one. So like maybe someone's trying to form a group, or I don't really know. I didn't know too much about that at all until I looked it up. So initially, the hammer represents the industrial workers, the sickle represents the agricultural workers, and at that point, I think it was in Russia. I really don't know that much, but they try to come together and work side by side, whereas they hadn't been doing that. So yeah, that's there. And also I saw 444 on the clock during that time, so that could be a number that you've been seeing a lot lately. So that's it for my channeled message. So let's get into your reading. Cleanse my hands. Being urged to light my candle. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, that didn't work. There we go. Second time's the charm. Ooh, and the number 2, yep, did come up. Your guys' reading. Okay. So, for my Virgo collective. Spirit, can you please align me with my Virgo collective? Help give them accurate guidance for the month of June 2023 and some predictions for what may occur. So let's shuffle a bit. I wanted to come out, but I just want to shuffle a little bit here. For my Virgo collective, when it's done, oops, something's coming in quick. Something's coming in quick here. Oh, it could be an ending, some sort of transformation here. An ending within a workplace with an authority figure. All right, this card wants to come out, so yeah, okay. Maybe with a ending of a fire sign, possibly younger than you as well, is something that could come up. All right, so let's see. First week of June for my Virgo collective, please. 10 of Cups. Cute. Second week of June for my Virgo collective, please. Chariot. Aw, wow. That's nice energy coming forward. Third week of June for my Virgo collective, please. King of Wands. Last week of June for my Virgo collective. Whoa. Sorry, my family's here, so if you hear that, that's what that is. Okay, we got 5 of Cups. We got 9 of Cups reversed. We got 7 of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Interesting. Interesting. And then at the bottom, I saw the double card, but it's fine. We got the 2 of Pentacles. So with that, I'm seeing, Virgo, that you are balancing a lot within your life right now. It seems like you only really have a certain amount of energy allotted for each thing. When it comes to your work life, I feel like you could be possibly overwhelmed with work. You could be putting in a lot of work, working overtime, maybe even catching up after a period of not. And I feel like also trying to balance your social life, maybe, and your love life and work, and maybe whatever else side hobbies and things you have. It might be feeling like a lot. Um, it's like you're staying in this constant state of movement in order to avoid maybe things falling apart. With the Five of Swords here and the Devil, I kind of get the vibe that there is some conflict going on within your life. We did get that with the channeled reading. You could have some conflict with a Capricorn individual. You might feel like you don't particularly want to say this. You don't particularly want to call this out, possibly, or it could be conflict in regards to some sort of emotional or just like habits form that are like less than healthy. I want to refrain from saying the word toxic, obviously, but there could have been some habits formed that just aren't ideal for you, and something about this is causing conflict within your life. And it could even have other people looking at you in a certain way that you would deem unfavorable, that you don't particularly like. So that's not the best. But in regards to this situation, Virgo, I am seeing that you might have bigger fears than what actually the problem can even bring to your life. I feel like you might be thinking more heavily about it, and it's not totally necessary. I think that this will be able to resolve itself here, because I am seeing cycles coming to an end. If this is some sort of internet beef as well, your urge to just don't respond, don't clap back or anything like that. Like, it's in your best interest. Like, I definitely do that. If people are at me online, I don't address it because, well, I'm just not about that life personally. I like my peace, and it's like I don't like to overexert my energy, so it's like I'm just not doing that. You know what I mean? Like, that could be my Libra moon though, where I'm like a little avoidant, but like really it's like choose wisely what you put your energy into. You know what I mean? Pick your battles. And if you're choosing to kind of go back and forth with someone on the internet, it's not actually productive for you. What you should be doing is focusing on yourself. And if someone wants to be a jackass, then like, okay, cool, do it over there, but just don't be around them. You know what I mean? Like, protect your peace for sure. So that's definitely recommended. Yeah, things will be coming to the surface here. So these are some vibes I'm getting for June, but let's get into the first week of June. So the first week of June, we have the 10 of Cups, which is a really lovely energy because the 10 of Cups involves emotional fulfillment. And this typically represents... no cap. My cap fell off. This typically represents... I need to do it again. Even like a harmonious, emotional fulfilling type vibe with another individual. And the 10 of Cups... I feel is a very beautiful card. This could be you spending time with the people that you care about, the people you love, and also maybe even working on passions and things that you enjoy and bring you, that give you life. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Yeah, I definitely feel like even though you're with people, Virgo, it's like I feel like you feel alone, and that's sad. I am picking up on this. I feel like there are maybe some emotional things that you're not really upfront with, or talking to the people around you and stuff like that. And I am getting this sense of like a inner sadness, which I'm so sorry. Like, I know what that's like, and I kind of just feel like for some of you, you know, definitely do your best to keep yourself balanced and bring the zest back to life and stuff. But it's like maybe you even feel like you're a big fish in a little pond or something like that. I don't know. But like, not everyone's going to understand you. But I honestly just feel like this could just be a little bit of a phase. Like, dare I say, like, I'm not trying to say it's just a phase, but do you know what I mean? It's like, sometimes we just go through like moments like this, and maybe you're at a point where maybe the people you're around, you might want to start switching up your friend group. Maybe you might want to, maybe you're having bigger dreams even than the people around you are able to grasp, or like it's something like that. But there is a sense of purity here for you, Virgo, which I absolutely love that. You're the big dog, you know what I mean? So keep it up. Let's pull some cards for the Ten of Cups here. Big dog. Big dog. King of Swords. Okay. King of Swords. 2 cards, please. Well, another one for the Ten of Cups and the King of Swords, please. I think this one to come out. 7 of Wands. Whoa. Okay, so wait a minute. Is there a connection in which you may have walked away and you felt very fulfilled within this connection? This could be with a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini individual. And you have you ever loved so much that you, anyway, you might feel like you have to defend your, listen, I feel like you have your ducks in a row for the most part, and you're on your P's and Q's for the most part. You maybe might not be the most emotionally vulnerable person in the world, and like I feel like maybe that's something that you feel you may have to defend in the first week of June here. I'm seeing that this does make you feel very balanced, though. I feel like you may have, why am I talking like this? I feel like you may have your qualms about healing a certain situation here, or maybe even having your qualms about your sort of, like, I am seeing you mostly functioning within your logical space for the first week of June, and a need to possibly defend yourself in regards to that. And of course, even if you are still seeing, it's 44 here, even if you are still seeing or dealing with this individual that you feel a very happy connection with, maybe they had some troubles about you not being vulnerable in the past, is what I'm seeing, and still a need to defend yourself. And so you could be explaining that to someone this month, or if this was a previous cycle that closed out, it's like, you are having indecision about going back to bring hope to the situation again and possibly offer commitment here. Because, I don't know, I feel like whatever this connection is, it seems like there's a lot of love there, you know? So, but if this is a connection that you're having with an individual and they're talking about how you're not as emotionally vulnerable as they would like, I do think that maybe it's a good idea to work on those things. Because, like, there definitely is going to be some sort of, like, upgrade within the energy. So you're going to be leveling up within this space, whether you realize it or not. Whatever this conflict that has ensued is actually going to be bringing you to a higher state of consciousness through this. As most conflict does, if we don't shy away from it. Emphasis on the jellyfish. I did not just do this. It's giving Dexter's Laboratory. Okay, so second week of June with the Chariot. Chariot represents moving forward, possibly with this connection that you felt like you had to maybe defend yourself, or whatever this aspect of yourself that you felt you needed to defend yourself from someone about. There is a sense of movement forward. So I think that there is some sort of agreement reached within the second week of June here, or some sort of like truce in a sense. So let's see now with the Chariot, this can also represent aspects within ourself that deal with our subconscious and our conscious mind and bringing things together. Also, if some of you have been trying to get a vehicle, that could be coming in the second week of June as well. That could be something that you are you have been manifesting and you're now receiving. You could be getting work done in your car, or you could be getting a new car. But there's definitely these are more of the energies that I'm feeling for this. So let's did I finish what I was saying about the inner outer life? Right. So as you can see, the two crows here are the two creatures that are pulling this chariot forward. They represent the subconscious forces within. And then, of course, you inside the chariot here represent the conscious forces. And it's like, as much as they want to pull this chariot forward, they're only able to go as far as the creatures in the front will allow them, right? So it's the same type of deal. And I feel like possibly you're now beginning to balance more of your emotional life within your logical space as well. I think you've been really functioning from your logical space, and I think you've learned a lot within that, and you're ready to possibly move to the next phase. Let's pull some for the chariot, please. Whoa, it scared me. 8 of Wands. There it is again. Coming in quick. Coming in hot. 9 of Wands. Okay. 2 of Cups. Okay, so here we go again. Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a Cancer individual as well. What's coming in quickly here is this feeling of defensiveness is still present. This feeling of needing to defend something is absolutely present within the space. And I feel like it's burdensome. Whatever this conversation may be that is had in the second week of June, I feel like, okay, the way those cards flew out where I was startled, maybe you don't even really expect this. It's like maybe you thought things were going good and then they're bad and then they're good and then they're bad. So like, I don't know, but there is a sense of moving forward here. Maybe you're deciding to even stick to your guns. I don't know. Whatever it is you're doubling down on here. Maybe you don't even know why. You're just like, no. And I mean, when we get triggered and stuff like that, sometimes I feel as though, well, for the most time, when we get triggered, there's something there that needs to be looked at, because people shouldn't be able to trigger us as much as they do. If we are truly in control, we can. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking now, functioning from a logical space, it's like maybe when we were talking about the plug here, and the 2-pronged plug, I get the vibe that some of you guys function from a logical space because your emotional life is like maybe a little bit too hard for you to put a cap on here, too hard for you to possibly handle. And I think that in the second week of June, there's going to be a conversation or something highlighted here where you're going to really see that very clearly. And it's coming in hot. So remember to, when you need to, go to a space where you can think through this, have some quiet time for yourself and all of that. Because what we don't want to do is explode. Now, mind you, if we do, it's okay, because going through these things are all part of life, all part of the growing experience. Whatever takes place, you're definitely going to learn something from it. But once again, the numbers are going in ascending order, right? So we moving up. So I like that. I definitely like that for you. So emphasis on Scorpio. Maybe something could have taken place during the Scorpio new moon as well. I think that was June 3rd or June 5th. Or sorry, full moon. It's a pretty intense time. I think it was Scorpio, was it? Or was it Sagittarius? Oh, goodness gracious. I haven't really been keeping up with my moon stuff lately, which is very silly of me. And I'm going to get back to it later. So I think, yeah, you're definitely getting more in touch with your emotional self here and the emotional body, but it does feel quite burdensome for you. But beneath this is fulfillment, you know, beneath this is celebration. It's like, I think what's happening now is you're being urged to move on to the next step of your healing. And I think that maybe, just maybe, you've been kind of neglecting that side, and now Spirit's just like, no, they're pushing you. Because that startled feeling when the cards came out, it's like I didn't even really know what was happening, and all of a sudden it was just like, and I was like, oh my God, and I got startled because I thought I was going to drop the cards. And it's like, I think that's what's happening with you guys. Spirit is just like, okay, you had this chance to do that. You could have looked at that then, you didn't. You could have looked at it then, you didn't. And now you're walking off the plank. And I mean, it's not negative necessarily. You know what I mean? Like, you're still allowed to have your boundaries with what you're comfortable with. Make no mistake about this. No one should ever be the judge of what your boundaries are besides you. So keep that in mind. So jot that down. Because, yeah, if you're dealing with someone who's unruly here and being even... Yeah, because this could be someone within your family sector even now that I'm sort of picking up on. Could be this Libra, Gemini, Aquarius individual here that is coming at you for no good reason, you know what I mean? And you're like, stop. Talk to the hand. Stop. But yeah, I hope that was helpful for that. Let's move on to the third week. We have the King of Wands. Great energy. We love King of Wands. King of Wands is definitely embodying the more creative aspects of self. This is someone full of personality, joy, wonder. This is someone with a very spicy type of personality. And this is also being able to showcase creative abilities possibly in the past, or being able to showcase aspects of self Let me just pull some cards in regards to this King for the third week. Okay, so Two of Swords. What's next? With the two? Seven of Cups. Okay. So here's what I'm getting. In the third week here, you've got some people around you. I feel like there's a couple ways I could read this. It's like in the third week with the Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups, it's like you could be indecisive about a fire sign that's coming into your life. An Aries, Leo, I almost said Libra. So an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming into your life here because you have a lot of options. Now, this could be you embodying this energy as well. You could have a lot of options to maybe even move forward creatively. If you are doing a job that involves creativity, you could have the option. You just have a lot to choose from. And this could have you in your head about which direction to move forward. And if this is a fire sign that's coming in, I feel like you're not like totally set on it. And you are kind of like not wanting to make a move forward here in regards to this individual because of the options that you have at hand. So we have the Knight of Swords coming up twice, Five of Wands. So here we go with more conflict here. It seems like there's a lot of conflict in the month of June for you guys. And I do apologize. We all have months like that, right? We all have times like that in our lives. And it is what it is. And the way that we react and the way that we handle ourselves and how we can carry our emotional well-being really says it all, you know? So don't worry. I'm not here to be the bearer of bad news or anything, right? But it's just like I'm reading what the cards say. And as much as I love to give a positive message, I'm not going to just strictly do that. I like to touch on things that are important. And I don't want to shy away from things. God, my chin is so itchy with them. So, yeah. I feel like someone's coming into your space that wants to like... Okay, here's another thing. You could be even running into things. You don't want to run into stuff willy-nilly, I don't think. It's like, even if you are in this like player energy, it's like, I feel like you're not trying to be like unorganized and you're really thinking about this. Because like right now you're trying to move into like happier, better times. And I feel like whoever this fire sign is, oh my God. Whoever this fire sign is, they could be a little bit chaotic, and I just feel like you're like, you might even communicate this to someone, but you might be having a hard time trying to express that. Maybe that you were indecisive because of the options that you had at hand, and you maybe don't know how to deliver this. You know, cycles, seasons. It is what it is. We are who we are. We do what we do. So, yeah, within this space with this fire sign here, there could be some sort of. Also, I don't know if I said it's king, so it doesn't have to be male or female, right? The energy itself is what I'm speaking on. And when someone's in the masculine king type vibe, it's more of like a go-getter type of personality, someone who functions from a more masculine space. But yeah, even with this fire sign, it's like it's just energy of the emotional state, right? So I feel like you could be communicating something with a fire sign, and listen, you could even be like juggling a fire sign, maybe. Like, I don't know how y'all live, but because you have options here, and there's definitely some sort of like clouded judgment in regards to this fire sign, and it's stopping you from making a decision. But at the same time, I feel like you might be like going ahead with it to communicate something to someone. This situation, though, I feel like you feel like it's a lot of hard work. But like, I even get the vibe that after whatever this situation is, it's like you're still kind of trying to manifest this individual or something. I don't know. I don't totally know here. Maybe I'll pull from these. Just get a little bit of a clear. Oh, one just fell off. Yeah, the 5 of Wands. There's competition involved. Yeah, I feel like you want to manifest a new beginning here with this individual. But there is conflict involved, definitely. Competition, and I feel like you feel like the last time it left you feeling pretty empty, pretty low, but you might still want to do it again. So I feel like you're having indecision about communicating with a fire sign, possibly, and trying to move forward with them or offer them a new opportunity. Or this could be someone that you even work with, and you're having a bit of indecision about offering them maybe even a job, or they're offering you something. And there is a little bit of a hesitancy just because of all the options that you've got, baby. And I mean, what can you do about that? Obviously, do the right thing, but like, we can't always live in the light, you know, although we try. So the last and final week of June, we have 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups again. And so third week and last week of June are definitely bleeding into each other with the 7 of Cups and the Knight of Swords yet again. Someone is going to rush in and communicate possibly an apology. But like, okay, what I originally felt about this was that maybe there's something that you feel regretful about, in a state of regret, essentially. Maybe even feeling unfulfilled within, but still in a bit of a state of not knowing. There are illusions present within this feeling. Let's pull some more. I gotta figure this out. The Hanged Man. Yeah, it's like there is, with the 5 of Pentacles, yeah, this could involve a Pisces individual as well. There was a state of not moving forward, and I feel like maybe that's something that in the last week of June you could feel bad about. You could feel remorse about doing so. Somebody could have asked you out for drinks. Maybe you said no. In regards to some sort of illusion. I don't know. Any more? Okay, they both went out. Six of Pentacles, the Lovers. You had a decision to make. Possibly between two people. It didn't go as planned. Maybe too much time in your head here. Maybe because you were trying to stay balanced. And this caused heartbreak. This caused pain within the situation. And in the last week of June, there's going to be communication about it. But who is coming in with the communication? Or what's the communication about? Like, about the juggling. So the Two of Pentacles came up again twice. I love these new cards. I bonded so quickly with them. This is the Goetia deck. And I guess my main tarot cards that I'm going to be using are black and white. And that's what I like imprint on basically, because I just... As you can see, this energy is very seamless as we're getting a lot of the same cards in each deck, which I absolutely love that. So we in the pocket. But yeah, someone's going to be coming in with some communication here about being caught up with maybe work or juggling someone, something, and having a little bit too much on their plate. This could be on the 28th. How's this? There is a, whatever this communication is, I feel like it's going to bring you and whoever to a sense of more calm and healing. Will the Nine of Cups in reverse come out again? So whatever this is, there's still a deep sense of unfulfillment here. Or maybe even like not totally trusting the process. Questioning. A lot of questioning, which is maybe why things didn't really move forward in the beginning. Because I feel like there could have been some sort of joyous movement forward, but then, and like celebration, but too much time spent within the head. But like, you're definitely looking back on some sort of, I feel like maybe you and this individual have some sort of past life thing going on. I'm not totally sure, but you're definitely looking back on memories of how things used to be. I know that there was a lot of people in and out of this reading, and I hope that you're keeping track. Like, I don't really know the zodiac signs of who you're talking to and stuff, so keep in mind these people could just have this in their chart. They could be embodying this during this time. But let's pick one energy archaeology deck card for Virgo for the sign of June. So what's this? Worthy. Cute. I used to have brown nail polish on underneath that, and that's what that is because I didn't get it all. Looks gross, but yeah, worthy and transform. So let's start with worthy. First finger and toe, it says, oh my god, and this is the finger I pointed out. All right, like I said, we're in the pocket. I just want you to be able to see it. When you believe you are worthy, it ripples out from you, echoes across the land, and restores your energy to wholeness. When in balance, it's self-assured, centered. Out of balance is shaky and doubting. The world around you and the stories you've created about your experiences of this world influence your alignment to worth and worthiness. You have thoughts, feelings, and opinions about what or who is worthy, how worth relates to value, which bodies are seen as worthy, and how all of these things are internalized and reflected in the world around you. Sorry, my family's having a ball up there. Rest in your worthiness. Set down the patterns and programs that you chasing worth like it's not already something inherent in your bones. You do not have to prove your worth or value to anyone, not even yourself. You get to feel it, believe it, and embody it, and then speak it. I am worthy because I am. When you feel and believe this deep inside, it has no other possibility than to ripple out from you, echoing across the land and rearranging your life to one of worthiness and wholeness. How and where do I feel the energy of worthiness in my body? What does it feel like or bring up to say the words, I am worthy, in front of a mirror? Are there people my innate sense of worthiness increases around, decreases? How do these people value themselves? What do I do to prove my worth or value to other people? How would it feel to stop because I know my worth? Wow. See, that's very powerful, especially what would I do to help people see my worth. I personally also, I do that, and it's something that I've done for a really long time, because when you don't have control, or you end up getting bullied, or people just make you feel worthless, you're craving that. And we can receive worth through external validation and stuff like that, so I definitely can vibe with that. You're definitely having a transformation around your identity. I feel like maybe that's why the Soviet flag was coming up. Like I said, I think that some of you are possibly doing this sense of rebranding or reinvention or something like that. So don't forget that you are so freaking worthy. It all takes just a bit of a change of perspective that's necessary, right? And once you see that, you won't be able to go back, as long as you keep tending to your garden. So Virgo, I hope that was helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in July or this month on the Pick a Card readings. Peace, love, and divinity. I'm out.